Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're new here. I'm Apollonia, so let's get right into today's video. So it's very clear at this point that whether you think we're heading towards a recession, already in a recession, heading towards a depression, guess what? Something's going on and it's not going to be good for any of us. And a lot of us are going to be feeling the impact across the board. A lot of people are already feeling the impact and have been for the last couple of years. Like, I'm tongue-tied, so I had to get myself together. But a lot of people have already been feeling the effects of different things over the last couple of years. I just think that it's broadening and spreading across the horizon and affecting a lot of different people. There have been massive layoffs. A lot of people have been losing jobs. A lot of people are losing their homes because they don't have jobs. A lot of people can't keep food on the table. So we're going to talk about some things that I feel like will help you prepare during this time. I feel like we're almost in like a transition period. Let me know in the comments down below what you're doing for your family or with your family to help get through these difficult times. One of the first things when it comes to finances during this recession is to make sure you're checking the ways of cutting costs throughout your home. Let's get into the phone bills. We were with AT&T and we were paying about $250 to $300 a month for several lines. We actually just made the switch back to Cricket and we pay $130 a month. We do have only 4 lines instead of 6 now. That's just because 2 of my kids are actually taking care of their own phone bills. My 22 and 21-year-old are taking care of their own phone bills now. Moving along to streaming services. I know a lot of people have Amazon Prime, you have Hulu, you have Netflix, you have Disney Plus, you have all of the things, and those prices add up fast. You don't think that, oh, because I'm getting hit $15 a month or I'm getting hit $17, it's not a lot because it's not all at one time, but those charges definitely add up. So look at what you have and look into what you can cut. See what services give you like the most bang for your buck. Like if a lot of people like a lot of shows on this streaming service, then go with that. Right now we have an app that gives us a lot of channels, and then we have Netflix that I actually just signed back up for last week before a specific show, but I got the bottom tier, $7.99 a month, and it has ads, but y'all, the ads come on like once an hour, I feel like, so it's not even bad, and a commercial ain't gonna hurt nobody. Next, you're gonna want to check into auto pay. Now I know that because a lot of people do have hard time paying bills, everybody does not want to be set up on auto pay, and that is totally okay. Do what you can do. So you don't necessarily want to put your bills on auto pay because you don't know when it's going to hit, you don't know how your money's looking. That's okay. But if you're able to put your bills on auto draft where they just take that money out the same day every month, look into doing that, because certain companies, depending on what it's for, they'll knock like $5 or $10 off just for you signing up for auto draft and using it. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but in the long run, that can save you a couple of dollars, and you can utilize that in a different area. So just something to think about. If you're using auto draft, please make sure that you're still checking your bills. You want to make sure that you're going over charges and any additional charges that you may have. I think sometimes when people just set it to auto draft, they don't worry about it. They just know like the money's going to come out, but you never know what they might tack on or anything. So please pay attention to that. Next, we're going to move along to some household things. We're going to talk about toilet tissue. So toilet tissue, the price of that is like through the window. If you have a bigger family, you're going to be using more, which means you're going to be spending more money, right? So a good way to spend or to save money right now is to buy a bidet. If you don't have one, check into getting them. Look around to see where you're getting the best price, who has the best deal for them, and look into purchasing at least one for your home if you're financially able to. If you can't afford a bidet, look into getting like one of the Pericare bottles. So lots of time, once a woman delivers, they'll give you that at the hospital to kind of spray yourself and spray your bottom. You should be able to find those bottles at like a medical supply store. Women menstrual cups or reusable pads, you want to check into those. It may be a little bit more upfront, but that is something to check into. Like, there are a lot of retailers that carry the reusable cups, and they're super easy to use if you're comfortable using those. And again, reusable pads, you would wash them up and you're good. You're saving money, and again, like, I feel like it's cleaner for you anyways, just because a lot of the things that are in like women's sanitary napkins and tampons. Next, you're gonna want to look into paper towels. I know paper towels are like through the roof. I get it. I told y'all my kids went through a 15-pack in a week, and I'm like, what in the world? So we've been cutting back for the last couple months. We do keep them in my home, but I also went out and I bought several packs of like dishcloths, hand towels, whatever you want to call them, and I keep those in a basket on top of my kitchen fridge. And we use less paper towels because we do have those, so they'll wash their hands, dry their hands. We switch them out during the day as we need to. I also have a small little container in the corner of my kitchen, and once we get done with them, we'll toss them in there. Now if they're wet, you're gonna at least want to hang it to the side so it can air dry, otherwise you're gonna have an issue. But just wash those as often as you need to, a couple of times a week. But if they're dry, it shouldn't be an issue. That's going to be a major savings. Or you can buy the reusable paper towels that you put on the actual roll and they snap together. I just haven't looked into it. I figured hand towels would just be easier for me, but do what works for you. If you are expecting this year anytime soon, or already have little ones that may be in diapers, training pants, look into cloth diapering, look into cloth training pants, and look into reusable wipes. Pampers Sensitive has been my go-to until the last couple months, and I've actually switched to Parasol brand, which is super expensive, but they're just supposed to be cleaner ingredients. I've also rotated between making my own homemade baby wipes, and they're super simple. You can use paper towels, but I kind of feel like that defeats the purpose rather than just using like cloths. You can buy those, like you can buy you some rags at the store, but use those. And like I said, it's a super simple method to make your own solution. It's like distilled water, castor soap, you're going to use a bit of coconut oil, or depending on if your baby's skin, what they can tolerate, or but do your own research on that. But I actually love them, and like I said, we do rotate. There have been times where I've just used homemade wipes, and right now I'm using more of the what do you call them, the store-bought wipes, just for convenience. But it's been a couple of weeks, so I'm actually going to start going back and forth. Next, we're going to move along to paper cups, paper plates, plastic forks, cutlery, or whatever. I will say that is excellent to have in your preps in case you lose power, you're not able to wash dishes, you want to have somewhere you can eat and dispose of things quickly. Absolutely. But I know that a lot of us like the convenience of paper plates, myself included. Probably within the last 2 years, probably a little bit longer, we just use like regular glass plates or whatever, because the price of paper plates, I can no longer justify getting, how much was it, like 100 paper plates for like 13 bucks or something, 10, 12 bucks at Walmart. And that it's not just like the foam paper plates, like paper plates, not the foam paper plates, if that makes sense. I just no longer could justify buying them. So go ahead and, like, if you need to stock up for those, but that is another way that you could save money. Instead of doing that, it might cost you a little bit more upfront to have several sets of dishes, but in the long run, it's gonna be the best, and it's actually better for you in the long run anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up, you guys. Take care, stay safe. I'll see you in the next video. I will be having a lot of more videos that I will be uploading through the week. So yeah, I'll see you guys soon.